Y'all ain't never seen my Zareth before. Is this camera in a good spot? Does it need to be moved at all? Like that, maybe? That's not bad. Oh shit, we're playing with Taylor Swift, bro. Let's go. My exhaust is for Kennen or Graves. That's my understanding. Oh, cranky boy. I'll let you out whenever you stop crying. Poppy W actually doesn't get a lot of value here except for Graves. Maybe someone goes Gale Force, but I don't think they do. I don't think anyone would ever go. Well, no. Okay, we gotta warm up our skill shots here. It's gonna be my goal just to stay alive and hit as many skill shots as possible. How much LP to your GM? Good luck with the games, brother. Thank you so much. Probably too many. I'm probably like 10 or 15 games positive. I think I'm 250. I didn't have the best showing a couple of days ago. Actually don't know. Maybe I should check. Although now I'm AFKing. Let's see what our LP's at. I think I'm at 250. Which, yeah, you know, that's kind of where I stabilize. Yeah, we're at 253 here. So we had a couple of L's here, but they weren't too bad. We were playing okay. These last 3 games right here have been like games that I have, games that I was playing at midnight. You know, I would just, you know, get home and queue up for a game. And so I wasn't like playing for a session, but all my clients canceled today. So I decided, you know what? Let's get some coaching in. I did some work. I painted some things. And so it begins. Make sure you use your auto attack as often as possible to get that Okay, I should not have given her that second auto, but I got a ward in there, so we're happy about that. I feel too close to my computer. Let me move that a little bit. Nice. Zoom out a little bit. Good hit. We're targeting our Senna here. Missed that one. That's fine. They're going to get level 2 here before us. That's A-okay. We're chilling. Just be careful for Senna's root. The likelihood of Graves diving us is really low, but if he does, I'm going to exhaust him. I take my E second. Not because it's good for poke. Really, W's better for poke, but if Jarvan gives us a good gank. Is she in here? Okay, she is. Alright, we nosed him. I'm going to play really far back because Jarvan. We're waiting for his cooldown. Oh, they're sniffing him out. This is really bad. He must have crossed a ward at some point. Oh, he misses EQ. Nice. That's really good that we actually followed up. Let's see if I can get level 3 here. Is that the mid laner? We just want to get away from him. I might have to flash the... Oh, are we turning? Do they not know I'm here? Oh my god, he turned. What's up, bitch? She could easily do an RW and lifesteal off me, so... Nah, I can't save him. This Jarvan forced pretty hard. I guess Karma gets Roam Prio off of Ari. I can use this vision plant. I still have my flash, so I can walk around like this. No, I didn't get that. If she dies to this, that's quite pathetic, right? We don't like that. You know, similar to shooting games, it's actually important to know how to flick. What's the hold button? There we go. I'd like to get a back off, but I'm not going to back until I have an item component. Oh, that did not hit him. I think I flash here. Nice. Oh, wait. Is that bad? Wait. Did he not hit the blast cone? Did he EQ over the wall? Not sure how I feel about this. Ow. For some reason, I assumed I was going to get his flash and Jarvan was going to combo him, but it didn't end up happening. Auto my passive, ping off Poppy. Poppy's got R. She's probably chilling, actually. Look at that ping. I just pinged that shit, bro. Why am I getting poked? Nice, good damage by us. I mean, their jungler's topside. We're kind of chilling, right? They kind of baited us here by backing off, but we're okay giving the shove because our jungler's doing dragon, so we'd rather hit the dragon and then reset. They don't have any tanks on their team, so I'm pretty sure I'm just supposed to go straight damage, which would be Luden's. I think. I don't really know what these items are supposed to do. I think Graves is going to be peeking this guy soon, but hard to say. I could have walked middle, actually, but I'll help them shove one more because Zera support is actually hidden OP in lane specifically because he can shove so hard. I'm going to queue the back line for him here. I'm not going to use my W, though, because I'm pretty sure I would KS all his minions. She should get out. Senna could be here. I'm going to ward here because I think Graves will shove. I'll just camp. I'm chilling. Not much going on. Maybe Graves invades. I'll just spot it out by standing somewhere over here. Cool. Senate will show up and kill this ward for sure. So we'll just put a little pink right there and hope that she uses her ward here and not further up by the blast cone. That'd be pretty difficult for us to clear. Good. This should be a free kill for Kennen. Oh, I whiffed. Oh, he beat me. I'm gonna go ahead and pop my potion, man. I don't know where Graves is. I don't know what's gonna go on. Nice. We got a hit. That's her bone plating. I'm gonna W the wave here. Maybe make it a little bit easier to farm. Ooh, I should not have autoed that. That was a mistake. Wait, she gets proc off of that? Bro, we're chilling. Senna is probably going to build tank. Yeah, what's up with that? Frozen Heart? Is that the new... Okay, Graves is topside, by the way. We're playing really far back. We just don't want to die. If Varus ults us, we die. I mean, they've just one-shot us combo for sure. I can hit the minion wave early like this, and it makes it to where he can just clear. Except I just kind of fucking denied a lot of CS on accident. But... frames are kind of low. We need to be very careful. Frozen Heart or Heartsteel, they're both good. Yeah, I can see that. Heartsteel on melees or supports like range champions. It's kind of funny. Nice, good dodge by me. Kind of cracked. Got that movement. We're chilling, man. You can even, if you're worried about your mana, go auto attack these things, as long as you don't take damage. Because we don't really have the ability to walk onto the wave, or maybe we do. I'm big AFK, bro. I'm trying to do nothing until we can fight, like team fight. I'm close to getting my wards. Good tag by me. I'm still full mana. We're chilling. If they go for a play, I can ult as long as I'm safe. Another tag on Varus. He's getting low. This is nice, except so is my Ezreal. Ah, shit. He made go for a play here. Oh, I thought it was on me. That was kind of weird. I mean, it was good timing, right? Not the best stopwatch I've ever done, but kill some of these minions. Try to keep them here. Good damage. Maybe that's enough damage for someone to do a play. Nice. Really good use of our ult. Yo, we still got some Xerath mechanics. Now, am I going to face check a Graves here? Nice. I love not face checking a Graves. I could probably get 2 spell thieves here and then we leave. Okay, we see that guy. Let's ping him off. Okay, we're close to our item, man. As long as Graves doesn't smoke screen me, we're chilling. So I could save up all my money, but it's just better to buy boots, man. Just buy boots. Luckily, I have a defensive pink ward. This is something that I'm learning. If you've been watching my stream, you've noticed I've struggled with buying too many pink wards. So I just put a defensive one, and that way we get value here. I was kind of worried Graves would play bottom and dive us, but now I don't have to worry about it. I should have swapped my trinket over. We should gank bottom while he's not there. I think Varus's flash is down. He didn't use it last fight, but it could be up. Maybe we just assume it's up, actually. Wow, this Ezreal's a fucking man. Did you see that? Oh my god. We weren't able to kill. We push. He's got Herald? Yeah, so what we want to do is just shove and get maybe 3 plates and leave. I would Herald if I were him. Oh, he's going to wait. What a genius. We could maybe first tower here if we get another plate, because it's a plate and a half. This is really good for me. I'm actually going to get my item now because of this. This Jarvan's kind of a beast. Okay, we're going to replace ward here and here. I might even do another deeper one here. What is this? I've got my ult. If Ahri comes in, I mean, this is an easy play for us. I'm not quite in position. I'll F4 to Ahri. As long as Dragon doesn't start beating me up. God damn it. I'm going to wait until I get out of position for Dragon. Alright, we hit most of our abilities. I can flash fly. Not flash fly. Do I do it? Oh, it worked! Her burn was still on her, so it ended up killing her. That's so funny. That Ahri's probably like, wow, this guy's really good. One thing you can do with range supports is hit the plant there. Uh-oh, I just used my E. Oh. Oh, that's gonna hurt me. Okay, he went back to lane. Winston, you're leaning up against my table and you're scratching yourself. You're shaking my whole computer. Okay, so we've got a huge base right here. So this is Luden's and Boots 2 and our ward here, so or scanner. I don't know what's going on top side, but now we should be in a position to play for like huge damage. I mean, we have a massive spike here. Flat pen plus flat damage. We're going to do tons of damage. We just want to make sure we don't give our thing away. So I think I actually am going to go Zhonya's, because playing against Kennen and Graves can be pretty difficult. Alright, we're going to play behind our Ezreal. He can use his mobility to bait people, and we can just counter engage on whoever's walking up to him. Like that. Look at that damage, bro. Hell yeah. I think we should be topside. Not sure if I'm walking into a Graves here. I'll play defensive. Wait, is he all over this shit? I'll play back here. Yeah, he countered our jungle. I got good vision up for the boy. I'm expecting... Yeah. Not sure. I'm gonna ping Poppy a couple times to show him that I, you know, some love. Okay, Graves is bottom side. I don't really need to be here anymore. We should shove middle and get tower while Graves goes down. I'll ping Graves right here so they know. Graves for sure can come over Raptors, so I'm kind of ready to use my W here. Okay, he's down bottom side. So what I can do is hit all the melees and prep. Yeah, he doesn't want me taking any of his farm, which makes sense. But I'm going to make sure I don't. Graves still from below is a possibility. Ooh, I just hit a double. Graves from below. I wish I had wards, man. I just don't. Even Varus can reset here and play from middle. I kind of want to let Ahri get ult and J4 come before we do something crazy. I might KS all the backline. Yeah, I'm a fucking idiot. My bad. I do so much damage. Okay, I'm looking at Varus. Karma could be in here, but I'm not really worried about her. Okay, we're going in. Okay, she dodged up because I chased after her. I think she knew I was coming. It's hard to say. Your W actually gives you vision. I'm actually in a bad spot. I don't really want to be here. I'm kind of looking at Ahri here. Oh, he dodged my shit. Okay, I didn't die. Oh my god. I saw the red flash, and I immediately freaked out and exhausted. I was just spamming exhaust. No, 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 no! I don't even think she knew I was there. Ooh, a terrible charm. He went low. We'll time that. This is too hyphy. Yeah, so now we're doing stupid stuff. So since we take nothing but physical damage, we're gonna build yeah, we're gonna build Hela. And I think I will rebuy a pink ward here. Just because we have been moving around the map so much, it's important that we do. Oh, this Poppy is slick, bro. That was one yeah, what the hell, bro. The Senna hit me with that long range, that Steph Curry shit. Okay, this Poppy is disgusting. I'm gonna get in a position where I can help her. Okay, we've got this in a position that we want it. I'm gonna let the cannon go. I don't want to tank cannon here for 10 years. Feels bad. I actually set up a freeze here. Oh, this is huge. Who was behind Karma, though? Okay, I'm here. Oh, I'm the best? Looking at Karma? Okay, we ward for this. Where do I go here? Okay, we just need to get out. I don't want to get killed. I just added my ult there. You just kind of want to use your ult whenever you're in a position to get extra damage. There's no real point to, like, save it. Okay, they're fighting. We kind of need to focus Senna if we are going to fight this. Oh, he gets the stun. Maybe I can flash KS this. That's all me, baby. I need to back off and buy this. I'd like 100 before I leave, so I'm going to try to maybe steal some CS off this wave, but I don't want to be in a position to die. Okay, she is horrified. So now I can back and get my other component. They should be able to get Herald for free, right? I mean, their support and AD are dead. I don't know where Graves is. He's probably farming down to up, so he'll probably be crossing here soon to go to his blue. Yeah, oh no, he's already in his blue. Where did my pink go? I think it ended up getting cleared. Okay. Our goal is to basically just not die. I think as long as we just play slow, our jungle and mid should be able to just DPS hard enough for everybody. Oh, he skewered him. Yeah, so they're throwing on the bottom side. We should be going for top tower, but since Ahri's the only one up, I'm going to play around her. And I think Gray's died, so I can go get vision. His whole jungle is down here. It's pretty good vision. I don't want to walk right here because then they'll know I'm coming from the jungle. But if I walk from here, they might not know that I came and warded everything. Okay, now I'll play on top side. Someone got a shutdown. This is likely warded. I've got my ult. But I don't want to ult in the wrong spot. I might just chill here. I need 600 gold. Just try to keep getting mid prio. Mid prio is the source to every victory in the game. Okay, support gets mid prio, sick. Graves is on his raptors. He's moving down. I'll hit this onto his Krug so we can watch Graves. Varus is probably pushed up in middle. He's been pushed up in middle this whole, yeah. So he's here. I don't know why we would start this. This is stupid. We should definitely play for middle here. Playing ADC be like... Oh my god. He just died so hard. Okay, so all three of them are down there. I don't know who I'm not accounting for. Is it Kennen? Is Kennen like behind the pit? I'm gonna go look. They don't really need my damage, but I'd be really bummed out if Kennen's just hiding somewhere and he just like one-taps me. Oh, he's bottom. Okay. Did you see that? Okay, we have our item on back. This is a perfect buy. If we want to be big brain, we can let them kill top tower with Baron and buy another pink ward before we go out. Oh, looks like we're gonna get it just by natural gold anyways. Yeah, there we go. I can cover bottom if we feel like I should, but yeah, me and Jarvan can cover bottom because it's gonna be a little bit of time before Poppy and Ezreal back. It looks like Poppy isn't back. Oh, what's going on here? What's going on? Are we fighting down here, brother? I'm on my ult. Okay, that's his flash. I mean, I'm behind you, but nah, cut that shit off, bro. Let's just go with our team. I'm gonna do an aggro pink right here. Whoa. I shouldn't have used my ability there. I actually lost my Luden's proc. Okay, I've got my ult. So basically, if anyone hits anything, I just need to immediately ult. Oh, she's gonna get her ability back. There's one. We'll go for the back line. I'm gonna hold it just in case. Oh, I missed. Oh, this is gonna be a Herald Ender, isn't it? Okay, Graves just flashed. Kennen's teleporting top because he doesn't want to play the game anymore. Should be able to get another crash. Probably one. Oh, we hit those! I got Zanyas, so Kennen's not gonna be here, but if Varus tries to hit some shit, I'm gonna try to hit those Zanyas. This shit is over, bro. Although to be honest, Gray's kinda not dying yet. Nice. That was good, man. That was very good. Dude, first Xerath game of the season, man. Y'all didn't know I had a Xerath? All y'all knew about was the Kench and the Bard and the Nautilus? Actually, I don't know if y'all know about my Bard. Gotta honor the Jarvan. He did it. It's either Jarvan or the Poppy. If the Graves would have found a way to play around bot lane, he would have got a lot of value, but they just couldn't. The Jarvan was like camping for us. Damage not that high, to be honest. 4K more than Senna, but I mean 6-1 and 12. We're not upset about that. Let's see which one of these videos would be better for coaching. Part 1. Rakan. Excuse me. So this one is Rakan Samir versus Tristana Taric. That's a pretty tough lane to play against, to be honest, especially when they have Exhaust, Ignite. I mean, I think Taric, Tristana actually win that quite hard. Pike middle versus Asol. I don't know what year it is where you can play Pike middle. Shavai jungle versus Lilia, both very passive early game junglers that are meant to clear. I don't think it's supposed to go grasp in the jungle. Where's my music? Let's pause this for now. Okay.
Okay. Shit. I'm not sure when this stopped.
Oh, he missed his laning phase.
I'm not sure when. Shit. I'm not sure when this stopped recording, so sadly I won't be able to get
Good. Does he have an early game? No, he doesn't. Okay.
I need the world to be
huge if needed.
what humans call magic.
But I am standing here to check if there's any invades. I dropped a helpful word there.
This looks like another dangerous situation. Thankfully, I can improvise.
So, Tristana naturally pushes the wave in so he can play a little bit more safe. Especially since I believe he has more range than my Samira.
I want them to.
So Tristana naturally pushes the wave in so he can play a little bit more safe. Especially since I believe he has more range than my Samira.
I want them to.
Level 2, I want to go for some poke, if it seems safe, as I'll have my E, even though that's not going to be the best use of mana or engage. as if I can get some clean damage off, that would be ideal. They did get level 2 before us, which is heavily unfortunate. But they couldn't really abuse their leadership, so I'm feeling confident. My Samira is playing a little bit back, so I don't want to do the WE play anymore, just in case they're at tower when I do it. So I'm just going to play up and make sure they don't have any time to really engage on my Samira. Okay. I got some poke off and got them outside of the tower, so I'm happy.
Magic isn't supposed to be safe.
Tark is missing. Another one is there. Top lane is pushing in. Mid lane is sort of pushing in, and our lane is going back. So I expect the Shyvana, after getting Scuttle, to okay, she's going in there.
Oh, are we using function keys? Let's fucking go.
Good trade. We got 2 for 1. Yeah, I should push a little bit more aggressive, especially since Shyvana is going for Scuttle. Ooh, I had a feeling. Let's see if I can help them. No. Okay, Samira wants to fight this. It wasn't that bad idea. Going. I should push a little bit more aggressive, especially since Shyvana is going for Scuttle. Ooh, I had a feeling. Let's see if I can help them. No. Idea. Assertive. And the fact that I did not want to fight that. So just mute them. Or do some poke. Even though I took poke, it's okay since I want to recall sooner rather than later.
Why is it taking so long to get back to the action?
Can't recall yet though.
Make them hear.
I want it back. It is a little bit creepy, but
You don't need to hack.
Humans think that to believe in something, you have to be serious about it. That's their problem.
walk up in the bush to create some pressure.
I'll get that kill. Oh, too late. What the?
I took one tower shot too many. That was a pretty good trade. I didn't want to take the kill, but Samira was very far away, so I decided to take the kill anyways. As her getting an assist and Tark dying is better than nothing. I'm now recalling for my lucidity boots.
Hell yeah.
See how the minions are doing.
Hello?
Hello.
What's going on?
That's good. Hold on, let me mute your stream. It's gonna be weird hearing two of the same thing.
Yes.
But yeah. Hi.
I see your message. It's so weird hearing your own voice. Yeah. What did you think whenever you were watching your VOD? Did you watch your VOD at all yet?
I watched a little bit of it. I haven't watched the Rakan one a little bit.
Yeah, I
if
figured
you
we
look
would
later
watch
on-
the Milio
Mhm.
one since there's no early game. I saw you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't record all.
Like mid game, I realized that it said that my storage was full, so I had to delete some stuff and then re-record.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah.
A long time ago, I got like a 3 terabyte external, and that's just been saving my life ever since.
Yeah. What is it? I have a 2 terabyte for gaming, I believe, and then I was using my like the one that came with the PC just for miscellaneous stuff, but I didn't expect the video to take that much. But yeah. So are we gonna look at the Melio one or Recon one?
The Recon one, I think, would be a good idea. I also,
Okay.
I think you're doing a really good job with your like thought process and your verbalizing. It's good that you're
Thank
able to
you.
talk while playing. A lot of people really struggle with that. All right, give me like a minute because my dog is. Wait, are you
Sure.
hungry?
I understand.
Are you hungry? Are you gonna come up here? Can you come up here? Or are you gonna bark at me? Oh wait, don't knock over my fucking. His tail is knocked over my camera. What the fuck? Yeah, because it's all connected. Okay. Sounds good to me. Okay. Alrighty.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Okay, cool. So wait, you're a top laner?
Yeah, for the most part, I play Shen, Ornn, Gragas, Tom Kench top lane.
Yeah, I saw
And
your
then,
your accounts. Like you've got like 15 games or 20 games or something like that.
For ranked?
Yeah, it was some low number. That's all.
Yeah, like I don't, what is it? I took I wouldn't say break, but I play like only like 3 games a day just because like I've been playing League for I wouldn't say a long time, but a decent time. And like I was preparing to like play ranked when I'm ready. And then when I was ready, I met someone that had a nice personality. I queued up with them. Then I got placed in low bronze, and I was wondering why that was. And it was because they themselves were iron. So I had to spam champs like Mordekaiser to claw my way to silver. Then I played Shen to gold.
Okay,
And
so
then after that,
this
I
is
got
back then.
gold.
Okay,
hmm
so like
I got
years
gold
ago.
recently this season, I believe.
I mean, if you just play like triple the games, you'll be plat. Without any form of extra effort, I think, or at least closer to gold 1 or something. Do you play Shen support?
I don't.
That's a missed opportunity.
Mm,
You need to
probably.
you need to start playing Shen support. Your win
Yeah,
rate's going to go
especially.
down, but it's really good.
Hmm. It's what is it? I need to see how it's played because I know it's definitely very, very different from top lane,
Well,
even
it's
though it's the same champ.
the laning dynamic changes.
Hmm.
It's just you need to, instead of playing around your own trading patterns, you're playing around four people's trading patterns. And in this meta, you also are, you're playing around the jungler. So
Hmm.
as a support, your Shen ult's not going to be level 16. It's going to be level 11. So you're not really looking for super big saves all the time, but you could look for more as like extra engage.
Hmm.
That, and he's just insane at roaming.
Yeah,
Like
that's
disgusting. Like he cuts down early game auto attacks, so it's just, I mean, that's a huge opportunity for you if you're trying to up your support game and you already like playing Shen. You probably need to play Shen support.
okay. I'll give him a try.
And yeah, if you've been playing him, how long have you been playing Shen?
Somewhat recently, like I believe beginning of season 11, maybe something like that. Like what is it? Like
Yes,
the
you got around
first character I've like not to say one tricked, but like
mained.
played a lot more yeah, like mained in what is it? In League was Tom Kench, and I really like the experience of, being able to save people, being able to be tanky,
Yeah,
be in front, da da da. And then I fell a little bit out with Tom Kench after they because I played him when he released, they nerfed him a little bit, they made him incredibly slow when you made allies or enemies,
yeah,
and then I was looking for someone new to play. At first, I picked up Mordekaiser. I wasn't really feeling him as I got up and up, since a lot of his stuff is more coordinated. Not coordinated, but what's the word I'm looking for? Like easy to tell what he wants to do at times, I guess is the
telegraphed.
best word. Yeah, telegraphed. And then I picked up Shen, and I've been loving him. Right now, I have I bought the battle pass so I could get his mythic skin.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So how many like what are your goals like rank wise?
Um, I'm not too sure right now. Like, I know I can get higher if I just if I spam top lane, but I do want to even out because I don't think my support is gonna get as good as my top lane, but I don't want it to be this massive discrepancy as like from the last time I saw my top lane win rate is like 80% and my support is 40,
So you
which
care about both roles being strong.
yeah,
I mean, the
because
thing I would say just a thought on that is that I feel like
mhm,
some people think that like skills don't transfer, and don't get me wrong, there's definitely a specialization, but like I'm probably better than any plat player at AD, and my AD is shit. Like
mhm,
I am really bad. There's no way I'd be good, but it's like your skills do transfer, and I would say
yeah,
top and support as silencing champion. I mean, there's definitely some transferable skills there. Just knowing like
mhm,
very intricate matchups. A lot of bruisers come down as support champions like Pantheon, Shen, Maokai,
yeah.
that kind of stuff. Set. Um, Alistar's gone up to support or up to top lane. But I feel like yeah, I mean, if you're just queuing, do you queue support secondary?
Yeah.
Do you get top like 100% of the time, or is it actually, do you get support?
Uh, m- I get it. What is it? I get it most of the time. I think like me wanting to improve my support is not a necessity, but a want. As
Okay.
like for the most part, even though I do get top lane like the majority of the time,
Hmm.
like it feels strange like looking at my win rates and seeing that like it's so positive as Shen or an etc. And then looking at the other champs and seeing that it's like very negative. Recently, it's gone a little bit up, but for the most part, it's still, you know,
Yeah, I mean, the first thing I think of is like I wouldn't even begin to give a shit about win rates because you have.
hmm,
I mean, your secondary champions have like 4 games played. What's up, baby?
yeah.
I mean, not for you. Is it about that though? Oh, this is juicy. Give me one moment.
All good. You're fine.
All right, sorry about that. My wife's telling me a very important fact.
No, you're fine. I understand.
Okay, we were talking about just overall win rates. I wouldn't give a crap. I mean, you know, obviously you have personal feelings whenever you see certain numbers, but I mean, 82%, like that's amazing. But
Yeah.
it's amazing. But also, like, if you double your games, it's going to go down to like 75, and then when you triple your games, it's going to go down to 60. And that's like that's just the reality. Like, you're typically people's best champions. If you play a decent amount of games, 60 is amazing. In reality, like for people that want to climb, like if someone told me, "Hey, I'm going to try to go pro, and I'm a diamond player. I'm planning on putting 2,000 games in this season." What do you expect my win rates to be? It's like, well, if you're really good and you're starting to get better, I expect all of your win rates to be like 52%. If you put in 400 games on Bard and you have a 52% win rate, that's like pretty good. That's like, it would be 2+. So I don't know, but that, you know, that's a solid, like, you're up several games. You're up like, 10 games over all that, and going 10 positive. If you win 30 games in a row, you get a challenger. So, it actually going games positive is really good. But yeah, win rates don't mean much, but they do feel good. They feel really good. Like when I see this 82, I'm like, damn. But I'm also like, man, if he doubles those games, that shit's gonna plummet. That's just the way it is.
Yeah. It's also like, what is it? One thing I have noticed as of recent is at least let me compare it to Shen, as that's the character I play the most, obviously, but with Shen, typically when I'm playing top lane, when I'm in the mid-late game, I know my purpose. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I go into side lanes, or I protect my 80 carries.
Yeah, you ult to engage or ult to save.
I look for, ult to engage, ult to save. Like, at every second of the game, I know exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah, you're comfortable with your role.
Yeah, as support, sometimes I feel like I just wander. And I know that's a horrible, like...
You just wonder? Or wander? Like
wander.
You walk around the map aimlessly?
Sometimes, yeah. Like, it's not that, what is it? It's not that I don't try to look for plays. It's just like but oftentimes, like, I catch myself doing it and then try to look to do something. But, like...
it's not the right thing.
Yeah. And it's like, I've never had that worry as Shen, because, like, when I go Shen, I just know at all times, like, what to do in the next moment, or we just got dragon, now what do I do, da 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 da. But like at times when I'm playing support, especially if I'm playing someone like Melio, I just kind of feel like I'm just following around my ADC without much agency or purpose.
I mean, you only started playing support like last year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's this quote that I've been hearing a lot recently, that I've been using a lot recently too, is that there's no such thing as good or bad. There's only trained and untrained. So it's not that you're a bad support player. You just don't know how to play support. It's just the reality of the situation. Because if you don't know what your job... Like, there's a difference between not knowing your job and doing your job poorly. It sounds like you just don't know your job.
Yeah.
So maybe we need to train that muscle. So why don't we take that into consideration when we watch the beginning of this Recon game? Okay, so I mean, you told me you know exactly what Shen does. What's the point of Recon?
To look for engages, and after doing the primary or secondary engage, to look after ADC, make sure they don't get jumped.
Okay. So there's offensive and defensive capabilities. Yeah, Recon is the quintessential support. He heals, he shields, he speeds up with item, he knocks up in a circle, he has a taunt, the peel. He just does everything. He's safe because he has 2 movement abilities. I mean, he's got a little bit of poke in his kit. The dude is one of the most rounded supports. He's probably the best support right now, easily. So if he's in your pool, that's 100% a great champ to have in your pool. So I guess maybe linking back to what you said is your own personal goal of like finding what your role is as support in the mid game. Is this more of a mid game problem, right? Like your laning phase. Yeah. Laning phase is easy because you're guaranteed laning phase every single game. Usually, not always, but so laning phase is often something that everyone is good at. because, or at least better at, because, you know, relatively, because they practice it so much. But mid game, when you're roaming, what do you think you should be doing, and what do you think you're doing wrong? Like, what do you notice?
I mean, like, how do I explain? Like, I feel like I should be looking for, like, setting around vision, looking for picks in other lanes, and, you know, working together with my AD carries or junglers or whoever else is in the lane close to me. But, like, oftentimes, like, either they're not there or there is a play to make and I just don't notice it in time.
Okay, so it's just not happening for you. Either you're alone, or when you're with someone, it doesn't happen. Okay, so that's what we'll look for. I already watched your early game. Everything sounded really good. It sounded like you were processing. There's a couple of maybe like facts I would listen to. Maybe we'll take a listen here.
Level 1, I'm gonna want to play really passive.
So I can give you like some hard facts. Hard facts are things that you'll do like every game, no matter what. They're just fundamentals, things that you absolutely need to incorporate into your play. Hitting this minion is a no. Okay. Unless the only time you do that is if the other guy does it first, because the whole point of lane is to be like one auto attack ahead of your team or your enemy. Like, you basically just want to keep the wave here and chill, because the first person to get 2 wins this lane. Now, I remember you saying something like, I think you made some kind of comment to the effect of, you think that maybe you guys can win a fight 2v2. That's true, and you actually do end up beating them in a fight. However, I mean, Tristana level 2 and Tarek level 2 versus y'all's level 2, you guys should never win that at all, especially because of the summoner disadvantage. And you guys have Ignite. You have Exhaust heal.
And
they have Ignite Exhaust. And so her Ignite counters your heal, or her heal, and your heal, actually, for that matter. But yeah, so they actually, and Tarek is an absolute engine. Like, he produces so much value by auto attacking and healing, mainly level 3. And Tristana is one of the most aggro, you know, her damage is almost inevitable. So in my mind, I'm thinking their lane is stronger. I need to be playing a little bit more in the middle, not necessarily aggressive. That being said, the way that you do end up fighting them is really good. But let me actually write this shit down. So I'm going to put it in my actually own chat. So save relic shields for second wave melees. And the reason why is because it's the second wave melees that get you to level 2. So are you familiar with how many minions it takes to get to level 2 in top lane?
Not really, no.
Okay, so the entire first wave will not get you level 2. But when you're in a solo lane, it's the first melee of the second wave that gets you to level 2. When you are in a bot lane, it's like a 33% XP share or something, or bonus XP cut or something. I don't know the numbers. I don't even know the name of it. But what I can tell you is that it's the first melees of the second wave. So basically, the first team to kill 9 minions gets level 2, but not the casters, the melees. So what you want to do is save both of your relic charges for that first set of melees. And preferably, it'll be the last 2. So that means you'll kill the first 3 melees, the first 3 casters, and then you let your Samira kill one of the melees, and you kill both of the melees, the other 2 melees. And that is the fastest and most efficient way to get to level 2. And the reason why you kill the 7th and 8th, or sorry, the 8th and 9th minion is because you kill them faster. Samira has to last hit them, but with Relic Shield, you can execute them below half. And that's like the fastest way to sprint to it. Yo, it's going on 0. That is, just download that and copy and paste that every single game, no matter what. The only time that you auto attack the wave is when the other team is auto attacking the wave. Like, let's say it's an example would be like Caitlyn Karma. They're shoving the wave nonstop, and really, there's nothing you can do about them because they're too strong and they have too much wave clear. However, as a melee support, you try to land as many autos. Fucking Rakan's not even a melee support. He's like half range.
Oh yeah, I remember when he released, he was counted as range.
Yeah, exactly. It's really, yeah. So, but you do get a little bit more agency, so you can hit the minions because you have like that 150 range. So, always aim for level 2 on the 8th and 9th minion. Save your relic shields for those unless the other team is pushing. That is the first 2 minutes of the game should look the exact same every single game you play. So, that is now downloaded, moving forwards. So you should be right now, so right there is an example of what you shouldn't do. You shouldn't be using your relic shield to hit caster minions. Oh, I'm so stupid. You are watching my stream. Watch my Discord.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm doing this. Wait, I should probably stream my... There we go. Now you and I are on the same page. Okay.
Okay.
So, when you hit this minion right here, that is a big no-no. You don't want to hit the minions early, but you also don't want to hit caster minions if you can avoid it at all cost. Sometimes you want to help push and it doesn't matter. However, caster minions give like 17 gold or some shit like that, and melees give 22. Your little item down here charges up based on how much gold you share between your person that you're popping your relic to. So that's why you need to prioritize these guys and cannons at all times.
Okay.
So that is like, so far right now we have, you need to race to level 2 by hitting melees on the second wave and only hit melees and cannons to give gold. That is like, those are super fundamental. Super fundamental.
Okay.
That's going to speed run your XP and your gold for your sightstone. That's okay. So we hit that. So here, I think you end up saying something along the lines of, I kind of want to respect them, and that's fine. That's a decision to make. But here, if I were here, I'd be hitting these melees down. Now, you don't have any more relic charges because you didn't do the first thing we talked about. That's fine.
Okay.
I would be lightly hitting these minions. I would be lightly tapping them for my 80 carry to set them up for him to kill them. That way, when we get level 2, what you'll notice is that these guys, they'll be zooming in on these minions. You know, he'll be like, oh man, I really need to kill these minions. And you'll be level 2. And so you can just engage on them whenever they're trying to get level 2. So that's why that race to level 2 is like the most important thing you can do as a support. At least for laning phase. Okay, so we've downloaded early, the first 2 waves. We've already talked so much about the first 2 waves. But that's okay. All right. And I know what you said is you want to talk about mid and late game and decision making. But here you should be.
Yeah, I definitely do appreciate it. I didn't know any of that.
It's a fucking. That's why I love this game. Okay, so they're level 2 because lo and behold, they killed all of your melees and only your range ones are up. So that's why they're level 2. You are playing super defensive right now because you need to, because they're level 2 and they can jump you at any time with stun. It looks like he started W and E. They're looking for an engage. That's fine. You accept this wave and go under tower. The third wave is a cannon wave, which means you need to save your third charge for the cannon if you can at all cost. That is the optimal route. And you know what? There's a lot of games that I don't do this, so I'm actually glad that I'm saying this to you because I need to do it a little bit more. You hit that minion, but see, you didn't realize that your cannon's here. So you didn't realize that their cannon's off screen coming towards you. You can always look at your minion wave to see which minion wave's coming. No one remembers waves unless you're paid thousands of dollars to play this game, which we're not. Okay, so you're under tower, you're chilling. See right here, you go for a little. I hear you say you got a little poke. That was a safe poke. You didn't get much out of it, but you actually. The funny thing is that this is decision making. You need to think of this as a framework. Your decision to poke here was very low risk because you're under tower, so you actually get away with it. I would maybe auto attack her once before Eing out, but still, that's fine. But what maybe you didn't notice is that you missed this cannon here. And so that is actually probably not the best play. And so you can just say, okay, well, what did this play do for me? Well, I did about 10% of her life while she's under tower for free. That's pretty good. However, you missed this like 30, whatever, 40, 50 gold cannon that would actually accelerate your sightstone. So things to consider in the early laning phase. But so far, I like your micro. You played that well. You didn't take any damage and dished out damage, so pretty cool. Okay, this blew me away. The fact that you're using your function keys means that you're better than like almost every plat player. Do you use these function keys? You have them bound, like just regular bound?
Yeah, I have, what is it? I used to watch a lot of Expetto, and he has a
Okay.
very weird, like, instead of the function keys, I have it at space, B, V, and C.
Okay, so they're
So
close. They're
anytime I
close in your
press,
hand. Use your thumb.
yeah. So
Or
anytime I press that, because they especially help on Shen, because
yes,
you know I
yes.
could just like go for the wave and then look at them, but even as support, so like it helps to know how the other lanes are doing.
Yeah, 100%. Um, that's amazing. Keep doing that. Do that for the rest of your life. That's amazing. Okay, this I think this play caused you some anguish. I'm gonna listen into what you say. So your Shyvana crosses middle.
I should push a little bit more
They
aggressive,
will
You said I should push a little bit more aggressive. You feel like you should be more aggressive.
remember my
especially
name.
since Savannah is going for scuttle.
Okay, so you said because Shyvana's going for scuttle, I should be a little bit more aggressive. That is a great thought process because you want to be. That shows that you know that you should link up with your jungler. That's really good. However, it seems like you had a little bit of a lack of map awareness. You did ping that she was that your teammates were or that your lane opponents were missing, but it was a little late and it was a little you were pinging a couple pinging signs on your little area of the map. But if you really want to get her attention, use the danger ping. Now, this is not a hard science, but the danger ping is a lot more louder than the fucking missing ping. So
Yeah.
if this were me, if I was thinking, okay, there's no way I get to this Shyvana. If she does Krug, she's inting. Then I would be missing pinging my lane like here. Like, look, the second that they both go off, you should be missing pinging like crazy. Look,
Yeah.
the fact that you're not pinging right now, this is no bueno. This is like this is the support's job. Your AD carry's trying to wreck like minions and has like less
Push a
IQ.
little bit more
They
aggressive.
will remember.
This may also even be the result of you trying to verbalize because sometimes when we're trying to think about an idea, we get stuck on the idea, and you're trying to be aggressive, but you don't even realize that they're not even trying to fight you anymore because they're going to Shyvana.
Yeah, my brain was a little bit behind.
Yeah.
Because I do remember like fully seeing them go out.
Yeah.
And knowing that I should do something about that.
And you
That's
knew
why,
they were
like,
going to
I
your
started to
Shyvana.
walk up.
Yeah.
However, like it's one problem that I think I like I guess the most accurate way to say is developed as like since I don't play ranked as much and I play with like a 4-stack, 5-stack.
Okay, you're in comms all the time.
Oftentimes,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
So
understand.
like before when I used to solo queue, like my pings used to be very on point, but recently I've been slacking in that area because I haven't needed them.
Okay, so let's do a
That's
quick
basically
little
I've-
quick rundown on like two easy strategies. I've got them both in my head right now, but I think you probably already know them. How many pings do you get per like little ping cooldown window?
I think 6 or
Correct.
8.
6. Because if you had more, that'd be really annoying. So, what pings should you do? What's the best way to
I would-
communicate? Shyvana, please fuck off. You're gonna die.
I would probably do 1 or 2 question mark pings at my lane, and then the rest danger pings at Shyvana.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. Do that every single time. Now, there's also the idea that, this solo queue player is like, why didn't you guys rotate? And that's fair enough, because to be honest, you should have rotated. You guys should have rotated. Like, there's no reason, like, your Samira is playing under tower right now. And now, to be honest, your mid laner's on reset, and you guys don't know where their mid and jungle are. So this fight extends in a pretty bad way. But, I'm going to go ahead and give you the benefit of the doubt that you probably shouldn't have made that play because your way was under tower. And you were aware of that. Here, so I don't know what your Samir is doing. But maybe just communicating a little bit more aggressively will allow you to, help the teammates figure some stuff out. Because it is a skill. It is very much a skill. Also, the fact that you muted here is insane. That's that's very high elo. That's very actually that's not high elo. It's just big brain.
Yeah.
It's just good. So here you're doing your aggressive thing. You're hitting them. You're trying to stop them from hitting your tower. Okay, this might be a little bit niche. It's a little. I have to tell you, Tristana, her bomb. How could you use that to get her to tank aggro?
If I stay like right next to the tower and it blows up, it's gonna damage me, and then the tower is gonna aggro her.
Okay, so when would you cast W in that situation if you're gonna try to get her to tank some turret shots?
After the bomb blows up.
Yeah, or maybe even when it blows up, because it does have
Oh,
quite
yeah.
a lot. It has quite a large radius. I believe the radius is something like this. Oh, I'm not drawing. It's something like this. It's quite large. It hits you in here. That's all I know. But it usually hits all the minions. So in this situation, using your brain to figure out exactly what kind of play you want to do, ask yourself, okay, she's about to do damage to this tower. And this will, keep this for every time you ever play against a Tristana again. If I W right here as she goes to blow up her thing, because, usually they commit to that fourth pop, that's a really perfect time to where she'll start tanking tower aggro. Now, this is... I almost didn't say it because this is really not important, but it is something that a potential play you could have done. She does end up tanking like a tower shot, I think, but not even. But whatever. Okay. Here you're verbalizing that you want to back, but then you end up doing the correct thing and stay. When would be a good time to back? Let's just generally talk about that. When would be a good time to back? Like what back are you looking for?
Pushed into their tower?
Yeah. So whenever you get Prio, but can you guys get Prio versus Tarek and Tristana?
Tristana? Not really.
Probably not. No. So what are some other good times to back?
When it's frozen at our tower.
Yeah, maybe if they're not there to push it and it's frozen. What types of things keep the tower off your wave, or keep the wave off your tower?
Wave off it.
What slows down the wave?
I could tank the enemy wave.
Yeah, you could set up a freeze that way. So I like your idea of thinking about freezes. Do you know about cannons?
Cannons automatically push the wave back.
So cannons do help push the wave, but the thing is that their health bar is so big that it takes forever for turrets to kill them and other minions to kill them. So if you typically, just like in the ocean where water kind of moves back and forth with the tides, typically cannons are the reason why that tide goes slow. That's like the middle of the day. So the tide will sometimes shoot over to their side and then it'll shoot back over here. But cannons slow down this process by a lot. And even if it does get to your tower, if there's a cannon there, like an enemy cannon, then your tower's going to hit that cannon 10 times before it dies, basically. So you're not even going to lose experience. So cannons are what allow you to back often in the middle of laning phase. Now, what's the point of backing?
Right now?
Ever. What's the point of backing throughout the entire game since League of Legends started?
To get items.
Yeah, that's it. So what item are you looking for that you want to back for? What's a really good first item for you /Rakan / any support?
Boots, and especially tier 2 boots.
Yeah, and so what tier 2 boots are you looking for?
Ionians.
And how much do those cost full completion?
950.
Okay. That is when you need to back. You need to back when all of these things happen at once. Whether you have 950 plus gold, when the wave is off turret, or there's a cannon. If any collection of this shit happens after the point at which you hit an item threshold, aka boots 2, that is when you back. You don't have to think about anything else now. You don't have to think, well, where's this person? Where's this person? That is the ideal time to back. Now, if you're at 950 and there's a cannon wave and it's not on your turret, but it's Kate Karma again and they're on the wave, then you can't back. But as long as you think of this stuff, you'll always know when to back. And the reason why I slowed this down is because I just remembered listening to you kind of you were trying to decide when to back, and you kind of had an uncomfortable, you were at 500 gold, and you're like, maybe I can get a back off here. Nuh-uh, don't worry about it. If your ADC dies in the early game, it takes them 2 seconds to get back to lane, because there's no such thing as spawn timers. But when it gets to later, when it's 10 seconds of death timer, well, that's your entire recall, and you could reset for tempo. So that's kind of the idea. And maybe we'll watch you back later and figure that out. Okay, so this is crazy. I don't know how you... Okay, you guys both not accidentally, but you played it fucking sick. Here you go for the flash auto. That's insane. So I don't know if your AD carry has flash or not. I don't know what's going on with summoners, But if you're gonna flash kill this guy, just go ahead and flash when he's at 0 health, like right now. Like this is me, I'm flash autoing because then I get red buff and then I'm auto attacking Tristana. But then you wait a second and he heals up a little bit because he's Taric with potions. But that was an insane flash auto Q. So I mean, that's
like
really
well, I don't know if I said it in the video, but at the time, like
you said you were trying to give the kill over to Samira, and that's
Yeah.
correct. That's correct. But like if she doesn't have flash, fuck that. I'm not letting a kill go. Yeah, but you actually ended up saying that. You said it's actually better that I get the kill than just, let the person go. That's 100% correct. Okay, so now you get the timer back. You get boots and a pink ward. Sometimes I get against melees. I think it's actually correct to go scanner here, but who cares? It probably doesn't matter. Having the vision actually good too. Here you're prioritizing hitting minions. I wonder what happens.
Sorry to back up real quick, but like, why would you personally go for scanner against melee?
Okay, so scanner versus melee, and this only really probably matters in Hyulo when when people are like punishing properly. But when you are actually, is it against ranged? There's an idea of bush control. And bush control, if you have a trinket ward and I have a scanner ward, well, I win. Because you put your ward down, and then I just fucking take it. And then guess what? You don't get to know if I'm in the bush or not. If we both have wards, then whoever gets in the bush and stacks where the ward goes, we just kill it immediately. Now, this is more for levels 2 through 5 and maybe the first reset. But it does matter early game. And so sometimes people go scanner early on in the game to counteract that bush control stuff. This is really minor, though. And it's one of those things. If you feel like you get pressured by enemy junglers more than enemy supports, keep your trinket ward and ward that bush, because that's going to be more valuable to you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I understand. I just wanted to know the reasoning behind it.
Sure. Early scanner is it's the idea of bush control, because if you've got if they use a ward and you're playing something like Alistar, Thresh, Rakan, Karma, you want them to not know what you're doing in that bush, so that everything you do out of the bush is a surprise, basically. Like Karma, I mean, she's kind of paper, so she dies, so it's good to have wards. But going early scanner can actually allow you to land a lot of like late laning phase Qs, which is pretty good. Okay, so you are desperate for 6. Let's see what happens here. Wait, where was that cannon? Wasn't there a cannon? Did you get the cannon? Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Executing cannons. Okay, so you end up going in because you got red buff, which is awesome. You played that really well. I don't know why. Did you just get ignited? No.
I did.
Why do they have vision to you? Oh, that's right. She does have ignite. That's weird.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're just trying to survive. Oh, you go for the defensive play, but she ends up hitting it anyways. And you last second E, which is good. I mean, y'all get destroyed, but let's see if there's a way that you could have played this better. I mean, you don't have any summoners. No, I think you played it really well. I think the fact that I
think Lilia flashed there.
No, she did. And if she didn't flash, your play would have been really good. You would have gotten out, and maybe one of you would have died. But the Lilia just had flash and outplayed y'all. It's a shame you weren't 6, but no, I mean that's fine. That's a pretty good play. That's an awareness piece. There's probably a world where maybe that gank doesn't work. You could even argue that maybe you guys were shoved up too far without getting vision because you were fighting. There's a lot of different little pieces that you can look at here.
Yeah, I think in the video, like I did chastise myself for not like putting down the control ward before the ward I had in River died. Because it's off screen, but I think like it dies almost immediately after this fight, to where Lilia catches us by surprise. I think so. It's a little bit aggressive, or maybe she just like walks up in the river and I just didn't see. Damage off of him.
Yeah, y'all just that ward you got, the river ward you have, it only covers till like here. So she like came out of the fog. That was like really creepy. Did you watch where she like first appears?
Damage off of him.
Because you guys are so shoved up. That's like her first instance off what's it called? So whoever put this ward down is just not in a good spot. I would say there's more than you can do about them warding here. The reason why I wouldn't get hit by this gank is this is one where you might actually learn something, is that at 7 minutes, first buff is spawning. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So at around 7 minutes, because people kill their buffs around like, before 2 minutes or something like that, her first buff is spawning, roughly. And so if my jungler is on top side, not doing the first buff, that means that not only is Lilia in the area, actually I've been thinking about this metaphor here, she's in your neighborhood. So this is your neighborhood. If someone's on this side of the map, they're in your neighborhood. They're a threat at all times. If they are literally able to kill you, they're in your front yard or your backyard. I'm working on it. It's not that funny yet, but I'm thinking it's a good idea. So if the thing is, if Shyvana is not in your neighborhood, and you think that Lilia could be, then you need to be in a position that allows you to do whatever you want to do without dying. And so this position that you guys got,
we did get...
Look, you just sit here and watch them hit the wave in front of them. At this point, you guys should be backing off and getting vision control. You should be thinking, okay, are we about to get ganked? That kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think, what is it? This is not an excuse because definitely it does very much make sense.
Well, let me hear
And I
it.
think I heard you talk about the 7-minute thing before. But I think my thinking in there was, since Shyvana is up top, the enemy jungler is probably going to be around there.
Yeah,
So I was thinking that we were safe for this instance.
That is a valuable thought at some situations. But you know what? To go deeper on that, remember, Shyvana is doing a trick play. She's not where she's supposed to be. So look, Herald isn't up yet. I mean, it's about to be. Her top side is all cleared. No one expects her to be up there. So if anything, Shyvana is like this savant genius artist that's doing some crazy play against the enemy Scion. So she shouldn't be up there. She should be, if you notice, her blue buff is up, her Gromp is spawning in 2 seconds, and then her wolves are spawning in 18. She should hit this path right now. But since she's not, she's either a genius and going for a trick play, or she's just stupid and doesn't know that she needs to be at her blue jungle. So you don't know. But so usually only apply that logic that, if their jungler's up there, my jungler's up there, or whatever. Only apply that logic when they're doing some typical shit, like when they're doing standard play, because then you're going to be able to know. Now, the rule of thumb that I've been kind of like working with is, if you don't know where they are, they're ganking you. Like that is, I mean, it's just going to save you 100% of the times. Now, does that cause you to play over safe when you can get away with it? Maybe, but it's a delicate balance. Here, if it's 7 minutes plus, I'm thinking the other jungler has a gank timer on me. And if my jungler is in top side and their jungler has a gank timer on me, it's just too much of a risk. And this risk bits you. I'm sure there's situations where it doesn't work, or where you don't get burned by this. But this is just one of those 7-minute timer things for bot lane. Your defensive play, your micro is really good. That was the correct play. And the fact that you decided to use your E at the last second, maybe you could have said, okay, Lily's going to hit a W on you. I might as well not stack. But the fact that you use your E the last second before sleep to increase distance between is just really good. I don't really care. The fact that you die there is not that big of a deal. Also for the record, when you're playing topside, the flip is also true. Let's say you're playing, let's say you're Scion in this matchup. Okay, well, at 8:30, guess what? Shyvana is going to be ganking topside. It's the same shit. It's just learning jungle. That it's this macro knowledge. It's part of the game that just how the game flows. Okay, here's a cool thought for you. Okay. Never mind. I was gonna tell you to walk through mid lane, but the fact they're smacking your turret, I don't know what your Pyke's doing. Okay, so we're back in bot lane. We got a reset. I don't think they did. I wish you had Ignite here. I think you should be running Ignite in this matchup, for the record. I think everything else probably fine, but
yeah, that's probably fair. I think, what is it? What was the enemy team? Because I think there was someone that I was afraid of jumping in or something like that. There was Scion, obviously.
Scion, Tristana. I mean, they all jump in. It's definitely exhaust can be valuable. The thing is, though, when you, I don't know when. Actually, I guess we could look. Oh, I'm stupid. Did I just? No, go back. Please go back. Okay. When you see that the enemy that your AD is Samira, you need to be thinking Ignite immediately.
Okay.
I mean, to be honest, you're taking Ignite in 99% of these things, unless the other team has a Zed or a Talon and you have a Jinx. You know, there's certain situations where Exhaust is amazing.
Uh-huh.
But also, look at your team comp. You have Pike middle. Pike middle wants people to die, and then he can reset. Samira wants people to die so she can reset. So Exhaust does not help people die. Taric has a shitload of healing. No one really else does, but Ignite is so good for you here. Also, as another fine tweak, I think a lot of Rakan players go Domination Secondary.
Yeah.
I think they go Ultimate Hunter or Relentless Hunter. So do you ever use
they go
pro builds?
what is it? Yeah. They go what is it?
Or we could use UW.
They go
Guardian.
Ulti Hunter and something else. Yeah.
Probably
also Guardian.
Zombie Ward or something like that. Yeah, this is the typical page.
Yeah. I'm just not what is it? Domination I definitely should have won rather.
Yeah, this is super good. I think there are situations where you go icy thing, but I don't ever see it or use it. This is godlike. This rune is so good because Domination or Guardian allows you to not take any damage. Your entire champion's identity is based around having your ult up all the fucking time, and when you have Ultimate Hunter, it's up every like 50 seconds. I swear. So this is a bit of a tune-up that we need to do, and obviously you see here that you go Ignite. This is gonna get you a lot more dubs. Because running things like Ultimate Hunter is going to allow you to... Actually, look, your rune set is defensive. You have super defensive runes. You have the ice thing to slow. If you had a Jinx, some of this stuff would make sense. I would still run Guardian because of the defensive powers. But, yeah. So just I would definitely use something like this.
Yeah.
Especially Ultimate
what is it? I would say... you're probably right. And I'll like the majority of Rakan players do go Guardian over the now I forget what it's called, but the ice thing.
Yeah.
But like
Glacial.
since in lower elos, the games go on for longer, and ice reduces their damage by a percentage rather than flat. It scales a little bit better, even though like it doesn't help too much, especially since this game I don't think it really helped me.
Okay.
It's still like just to tell you my thought process going into that game.
Sure, your logic makes sense. If their numbers, if their damage numbers are high, then your damage decrease numbers will be higher because of percentage. So I'll raise you the next level of logic then. Ultimate Hunter will allow you to ult. Let's say you ult 10 times a game. Ultimate Hunter will allow you to ult 14 times a game. And within those 4 extra alts are a bunch of situations that save you. There's situations that get kills where you wouldn't have before. And so when you think about cooldowns, I mean, cooldowns, the most broken stats in this game are cooldowns and movement speed, because those allow you to either hit someone with an ability that's going to kill them or not get hit by an ability that's going to kill you. So the most value you can get in this game is about those types of stats. It's usually not damage, because I don't care how strong how much AP you have on Rakan. If I'm playing Hecarim and have 10,000 movement speed, you're not going to hit me. It doesn't matter. So your damage theory, your logic is 100% correct. But running Guardian, also Guardian, it's dummy proof. You actually, if you get Ash arrowed across map, but you've used an ability on somebody and you're near somebody, it's still going to save you. So it's just so broken. Also, when you're playing against someone that you're going to be in close proximity with, like Samira, like you guys go in together, so strong. So strong. Also, your E count. So, yeah, I would definitely run this 99.9% of the time.
Okay.
But that's good. And the cool thing is, now you can try it. Okay, we have been talking about like setup stuff when it comes to laning, and that's all a bunch of really good stuff. But I want to just jump into what you originally kind of were talking about. Did you feel like you had any moments this game where you were like lost?
Honestly, I feel like, what is it? Like there was a point in the game where we were genuinely like losing, and I had no idea why. I forget exactly where it was.
Here you go.
But it's just like my... What do you say?
I said, here you go in on the Taric. Feels pretty bad. I mean, oh, man. You guys actually end up almost... You kite out the ult really well. I would have
Yeah.
liked to see like a flash W, but you blow her flash. Who cares? That's so.
Yeah,
You guys are winning fights.
like,
I don't know how
I
you're winning.
wanted to do the flash W. It's
Yeah.
just like the moment I saw her flash, I was thinking I didn't have enough range.
No, I mean it's free though. You got her flash and didn't waste yours.
Mhm.
Once my thought process is once I buy lucidity boots, I'm trying to flash off cooldown as much as possible. Because it's lower cooldown, and cooldown is broken the more times you have. So here I'm running. Wow, shit. No, am I running middle? I want to because I want to go play off my pike because Rakan pike are disgusting. You can just enter fights. Okay, you get mid prio. How does this bleed? Okay, this should be an absolute wipe. Okay, this feels weird. Okay, here I'm not wasting my W. Okay, let's watch through this and then you're gonna critique it. So you W over, you try to land a Q, you dodge the stun pretty well. He ends up hitting it. You turn on your R here. Oh, this is like, wait, did you turn on your R first? Can you turn on your R in E?
Yeah.
That's disgusting. Okay, this is sick. You end up killing both of them. And my play, the play I was going to suggest to you would have wasted your flash. So your play is better than mine, and that pisses me off, but maybe it's something that I need to...
I think it's, like, part of it is also because I could get away with missing the E. Not missing the E, but missing the W in lower elos.
No,
In higher elos, it would have...
This is so good by you. This play right here. So I would have burnt my flash because, like I said, I'm trying to use it off cooldown. But the fact that you were able to not use your flash and pick up both kills is awesome. I didn't think you guys were going to be able to do that. So I'm not sure if you had that awareness or if it just worked out. It doesn't matter. That was a really good play. I mean, I think your micro is not ever really under question. I haven't seen anything that looks like bad micro yet.
Okay.
But maybe we'll see stuff once shit gets a little weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fine. I genuinely was thinking that my skills were the opposite. Like my macro was good, but my micro was bad.
No, it's always the opposite. There's not a single that's so it's so funny that it is the truth though, because people think that all the time. They think, yeah, I understand the game, but I'm just not so good at my champion. But then I swear it's so funny. Like all of my friends that are diamond, we all have this funny joke that's like, dude, if you go down to get gold, bro, you're gonna get solo killed by a gold Zed because they're so fucking crazy. They're so good. Like they just know how to play. They know how to play their champion, and they just catch you off guard. But then they lose the game because they don't know which lane to be in, and it's like. It's just crazy what holds us back. Okay, so you use your W, trying to get poke. She goes in. You do your little RE thing, I guess. Okay, you save your R. You started to get out. I wonder if you had to do that. It doesn't look like you were under pressure. I don't think I are there.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I'm also watching a video and not under any form of stress at all. Okay, slight waste on the R. You got Pike sliding in. Hopefully you get a good EW here on the Tristana. Let's see it. Or on the Pike. Okay. Ooh. Okay, whatever. Who cares? Surely this ends up being a kill because your entire team's down here. Okay, it's a 4 versus 2 or 3. Okay, this is just a shit show. This is just an ARAM bot lane.
Yeah.
ARAB. Can I say that? Okay, so she flashes and then W's. Shyvana. Whoa. We're just diving. Pike is going to go off. Oh my god. Like that was a nasty turret dive. Like you can't tell me like this is gold and people are turret diving this disgustingly. Wait, hold on, G-tab. Okay, so maybe your Pike's a smurf, but still. It doesn't matter. It's still good. Okay, let's see what happens here. Okay, you pick up your Shurelya's. We're walking down. Dragon dies. You're in mid lane. You're looking to roam. This is cool. Okay, we use Shurelya's on accident, I think.
That was, yeah.
Okay,
the
warding.
I think, like, I said it in the thing. I just, like, I panicked using a lot of my stuff. Because my original plan was just to ward the bush, ward Rift, and then leave. But the moment I saw Lilia...
Yeah.
Like, I fat-fingered the
you had... Okay, this entire game you've had your sight zone on 2, and then you move your Shurelya's to 2, and then put sight zone on 1.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on there? Where do you usually put your sight stone?
Usually I have the sight stone on 1. It's just, like... What is it? Like, the... I think that is one point to the Guardian skill tree because like on the second tree for the ice thing, there's not really something that is really needed for recon. Like there's the what is it? There's
Futures
boots,
market.
which you don't want
Wait,
because
wait, which one? What stuff? The
for
third
the
tree? That's third tree, right?
f-
No, that's top tree. The
uh
top tree. The first one. That's Hex Flash,
yeah,
Boots, and Zanya's.
yeah, X Flash, I don't think you can really make use of it as recon. Boots you definitely don't want since you want to build boots first. And
Correct.
then that just leaves the stopwatch. But
Yeah.
since stopwatch like puts it in first, but with every other support since I don't build it, I don't what is it?
Okay, so you're
I didn't
basically you're
actively
an
think about
item
the ending,
overload. You're an item overload.
but
Consumable overload. Yeah, that happens. So what? So you're always Zanya's, or sorry, you're always warding with your one. Okay, well that's fine. Just a slight hiccup. Let's talk about these wards in general. Okay, so first of all, you guys haven't been on this side of the map the entire game. At least you haven't. So if I'm playing this right now, I'm shoving middle first, right? Because there's a bunch of XP, and you have 2.5 stacks of your relic shield here. You need to be shoving middle first with your Samira, then get vision. Because if you imagine Lilia could be here. Actually, she is here. That was literally the bounce of her thing, which means she was probably here. She probably casted it like that. This is general support macro is shove lane, get vision. Shove lane, get vision. And they all ganked top, so you're probably in a 2v2 that you don't necessarily want to be in. And then on top of that, let's look at the fact that you just went, and I do this all the time, by the way. You just went from 4 to 0 wards in like 10 seconds. That's not good. Because if you realize you put one here, you put one here, you put one here, and you put one here. So you got 1, 2, 3, and then the one in top river bush. Okay, that is, you just went to town on some wards. So we need to clean that up. Okay, first of all, if you want my go-to thing, my setup is I'm either, if once we take bottom tower and the bot lane is playing around middle, I'm either putting a pink here. Can you see the minimap, by the way?
I can see the minimap.
Okay, I'm either putting a pink here in this top river bush or here in bottom river bush. And that's based off of whether the neutral objective is dragon that we're going to play for or baron. And that never changes. I do that over and over and over again. Now, eventually I may need to move my pink into one of these pits, probably more baron. I don't usually care about doing dragon pit. But when you're trying to establish vision in river, putting a pink here, let's say you're doing this setup here, gives you a place to move where they can't see you. That's awesome. Next, my next ward goes over the wall, and I'll use a different color. Let me use yellow. Right here. And what this ward tells me is if anyone enters dragon here, or enters river here, or is moving here, from middle to that way, or from this way to middle. Now, this ward alone invalidates your first 3 wards. Let's assume you already have a pink here, but you don't really need vision control here. It does the pixel bush right here, and this ward I believe was just a mistake. But if you were just to put a ward like literally over the wall right here, it tells you all of this information, and you don't need anything else. Yeah, that's just a good setup. And so typically you just want to keep one ward in your thing just in case for like combat. Yeah, warding, that shit comes with time too. That's just a comfortable thing. Okay. Now what are we doing? So there's a Scion that's just fucking mowing down top lane. And we have Pyke middle who's fed F. And Samira all-ins the Scion. They kill him.
This was... Hold on. For me, this was like... I want to know your opinion on it because for me, moving up was a mistake. Because like, I didn't... I guess... not respect, but I didn't expect Samira's damage because my thought process was I want to collapse on Rift to where I forget who was in Rift by the time I was moving up to top with Samira. But I want to collapse on Rift with Pyke, and then
when are you talking about? Oh, okay.
It
Okay.
was a little bit back.
Okay, earlier.
But,
No,
like,
that's fine. I mean,
yeah.
you guys reacting to Scion worked out. He died. That's no big deal. I mean,
Yeah, but like I didn't. What is it?
you didn't
Since I didn't
expect
really
her to
do
kill?
anything. Yeah,
Oh,
like
okay.
if you
Okay.
see, yeah, if you
This
go
is that
back, like she
wandering you're
just kind
talking
of,
about.
yeah,
So
like,
she has a game plan, and you're sitting here, walking around like a little fairy
hmm
boy in the woods. Okay,
hmm
so yeah, so
because she goes up, EWs, I
so he
think, and
kills
then
him.
yeah,
No, that's not. She kills him. Whatever.
like nothing bad happened, but I feel like did anything happen middle?
No,
No,
I
I
don't
don't think
think
anything did.
this isn't a
But
fault of yours. That was more of a she just killed him, and you're like, oh shit, okay, and then that was it. Um,
mm,
Part of me wishes that you guys were pushing top,
okay,
because there's a concept, a macro concept of what's the point of getting Herald if you could just get the tower yourself? Because it's just, I mean, what's the difference? That's the whole point of Herald.
hmm
But your Alawi, who should have went bottom, is there. So who cares? You getting Herald, this is fine. Your team is getting objectives and getting kills. This is all good. Scion TP's middle. Let's see how this works out. You use your Shurelias here?
yeah, because
So
I was
you
very
have
far
to
away from the
Yeah, you had to pick up the thing. I don't think I use Shurelias here, actually. I think I use it whenever my teammates are near me because it's more value. But that's just a value play.
yeah.
So here you should probably... What? I mean, this should be guaranteed. You should not have to use your R here. I mean, this is just the dangers of chasing him. Also, part of me is noticing that you don't have any wards because of that first warding fiasco, and that would have been really helpful there.
Yeah.
That's just an extension. Not really important. Okay, your Shyvana goes in and dies. Okay, that's fine. So you haven't... I mean, to be fair, I want to say you haven't really been wandering around that much. Here you're farming middle. This one feels bad. This one feels really bad because you could have gotten maybe a reset. Like, look, right here when the play is fucking over, just reset. You should be recalling right now. You should be in base right now because look, Baron's about to spawn in 15 seconds, and so your jungler is dead. Their jungler is not. You have an easy recall here and can get back on the map. But instead, now you're down. Once again, you spent another 3 or 4 minutes without wards. Luckily, your Shirelli is coming up. You don't have ult because of that first pick on Scion. See, part of me wishes you just heralded over the wall just for vision because it does work. It does work that way, by the way. You do have Zhonya's, which could allow your team to stall. But yeah, they just get Baron for free. That feels terrible. If you had ult and maybe some vision, you could have maybe made a play, but this isn't. This is where I'm starting to feel like you're wandering around. And look, just like in bot lane, just like level, what was it, 2 or 3, when you went to when your Samira went in, and she died, and you went in the second she died. Watch yourself go in here. Watch what happens. It's like it seems like you don't want to fight this, but then you're like, Alawi made me fight this. And then you just die because of it. That feels bad.
I think even Alawi said that I should have got it there.
Yeah, why did you stay? Yeah, that's such an ego comment. Bro, why did you stay? All I was doing was inting. It's like, shut up. Don't type that shit. It's like, whatever. You treated it pretty well. Okay, now you're farming middle again within recent history. Okay, your Samir is backing. That's kind of annoying. You're clearing vision and you have your homies behind you. I like this. I like this a lot. If Asol is still in the area. Oh, here I'm using my item, by the way. Here you should be quick to use your resources. Yeah, 100%. The second you see him still on the map, boom, Shurelias. This E isn't that good. What you could do is use Shurelias, which allows Pyke to get into a further position and then you E to him. This E puts you kind of off on the side. It's not the end of the world, but Shurelias. Ooh. Oh, he lands the pick though. Oh yeah, you need ult. Okay. How are you gonna get out of this? Oh, you didn't see the play. You did not see the play. Okay.
I could have flashed to the like above before he
Yes.
ulted.
Or did you watch the 100 tips video?
I did.
So, do you remember one of the tips that had to do with whenever you're trying to get away from someone while using flash?
Flash in the bush.
That would have been a good tip to have on, but no.
Okay.
Look on this screen and tell
Flash
me.
diagonally.
Maybe. So yeah, you could have flashed one of his abilities, but I think you were about to get slept.
Mm-hmm.
What flash would create the most amount of distance between you and him?
I could have like flash W like to the bottom left.
Yeah, you could have flashed W too. I was mainly looking for over terrain because that puts a big distance between you and him. So those are two really good flashes that you could have done. Yes, you could have also done the you also could have Zanya's, by the way. You've been holding on to that for quite some time.
I'm not used to using Zonias since I don't really play mages.
I hear you. It is so hard, especially you've already got like 3 other things you got to use. This is actually just a not ideal play because you guys are making a play on the side of the map that you don't have people. This happens a lot. Oftentimes, this happens as a result of not having mid prio. And if you look at the enemy, look, here's where all the minions are. So, which side of the map are the minions on?
They're on our side.
Yeah. So look which side of the map are you guys making a fight on?
On their side.
Yeah. This feels really bad. Yeah. This is like textbook overextension into collapse. So this is definitely one of those macro awareness things when it comes to wave states. So even if you would have had to play this a lot more perfectly just to go even, which that feels bad. You don't typically want to do that. That's her flash. Okay, so you guys are just really disjointed. That's why we're losing this fight. You maybe could have made a play. Let me go back, though. Let me give you an honest chance, though. Because you weren't getting collapsed on the whole time. If you would have, not Zanya's, if you would have Shirelia's and then R flash W'd or RW'd this guy, he would have died. Like immediately.
Yeah.
So, to be fair, after missing this play, Acel shits on your bike really hard. So maybe you should have committed your ult earlier. Yeah, that's just one of those things. Being quick to make your plays and knowing how to make them, which hasn't necessarily been a fault of yours. Okay, how does this end up? You guys won't have Pike. There's no way they end the game here. Zanya's or something. Oh, you burned your flash instead of Zanya's? Okay, one thing people do with Zanya's is they use it and sell it. They don't ever build an item out of it as a support. So don't worry about keeping it. It's not going to give you that extra value buying Zanya's. So you could have used it right there. And then having your flash for this fight would be a lot better. Okay, and what I'm noticing is you didn't do the super recombo.
What's that?
We'll go over that in a second. I was just going to watch through the whole game and make sure you didn't do it. Okay. Actually, did I even see any RWs except for that one? So here you didn't do it. Let's see how you use all your alts. This is really important. This is, if you watch my commonality stuff, this is commonalities. Okay. So here you use your R. No, you use W, and then you turn on R when you get scared because he starts running. That's not very good use. You did it that one time. You did the RE was sick. I remember that. Where are you using these combos? Okay, what goes on here? Here you E out, and then you ER in. No, you E in, R and run away. Okay. Now we're on the 4th last one. Here you... This one was good. Your W's down. Here you chase with your R. Okay, so this entire game you didn't do it once. That's crazy. So we get to go over that. And then this will fucking triple your Rakan game. What do you do here? Here you W. And then you R when? You R once the Tarek thing goes off and you try to taunt split them. And you kind of just chill. You don't use your second E, but it ends up being okay for the trade. And then, yeah, so you didn't do your RW once, which is like Rakan's bread and butter. So we'll, we have to go through that. And then you didn't get your R. Okay, cool. That's actually, I'm so glad we did that because we wouldn't have realized. Okay, all in all, it seems like that you were kind of just playing with like autopilot on, walking around the map. There was times where you were running around Bottom River with Pike. There was times when you were walking around here, and then Shyvana dies, and then you walked around here with Alawi, and then you got this thing, and then you went over here and got Scion kills. And so your assessment of how you were not really making the correct plays like in the mid game, I think was actually somewhat accurate. So let's just scrap all of the little, like, please remember all those little early laning things that we talked about, but we're gonna put two concepts together and call it one big beautiful present.
Okay.
Oh shit, I logged off. Okay, that's fine. Let me log back on, and I'm gonna go into practice tool, and you should actually go into. Are you able to go into practice tool and watch at the same time?
Sure.
Yeah. So you go into practice tool. How many monitors do you have?
2.
Okay, so you're able to watch and play at the same time. Okay.
So practice tool goes Rakan.
Yeah, we'll both go into practice tool and pick up Rakan. We'll go Rakan, and this time go Guardian. Let's go ahead and get in that mindset. Okay, so while we're loading up into this, let's go. Let me roll the tides back to champ select. Let's pretend this game never happened, even though it wasn't a bad game by you. Don't think that. It was you played. There's many good plays that you made, especially that one bot lane before the turret or during the turret dive, and then that one where I said that you should have W'd and flashed, and then you ended up getting the kills anyways. That really was an ego check for me. Okay, let's look at their team. You told me that Rakan is an engager that has defensive capabilities. Which person on their team should you be engaging on?
Lilia and Tristana.
Lilia, Tristana, anyone else?
I guess also Aurelion.
Yeah, 100%. So these main three are the people that you should be engaging on. Now, I want you to reflect. We just watched your entire VOD pretty much in super detail. Who did you spend the most time engaging on? Who'd you hit who did you W in lane the most? How about that?
Tarek.
Who did you W in the mid to late game the most?
I think Scion.
You did. So you just told me that the best targets for you to go on are Lilia, Aurelion Sol, and Tristana, and then just told me you spent the entire game engaging on the support and the Scion. Now, to be nice to you, you hit lots of ults on Tristana as well with the Tarek. However, I just want to make a point. When you go into a game, you need to be thinking, okay, these are my targets. If I have the opportunity to hit someone else, it better be 1,000% free, otherwise it's not optimal. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Oh.
You good?
I'm just trying to listen right. Okay. So we now have our targets. So once you have your target, there's like really two combos that Rakan does. And so this is something that we want to make sure that we're 1,000% sure on. Practice tool, okay. I'm taking forever to log in. My computer is super slow. Okay, we go RAK. And we don't go this. Oh god, 8 seconds to fix my runes. And it's not loading fast enough. Okay, wow. I'm so cracked. I took conditioning instead of bone plating. But whatever. If you're in a lane where you're going to get harassed, you can go... typically they go bone plating anyways because he goes hard. But you can go second wind if you feel like you're going to get blasted. Or if you can go conditioning if you're going to get scaling. But bone plating is like a 99%er. It's just so valuable. Okay. Also, actually, as another little additional thing that you can take, you can go Radiant Virtue as well. Or Locket. You don't have to go Shurelia's. If you feel like you want to keep it, like let's say you're winning the game and you have a little bit of extra gold, if you don't want to worry about using an item, just build Radiant Virtue. It's like the best item that a support can buy. It just takes a little bit more to get there because it's like, what, 800 more gold or something like that?
Yeah.
So consider doing that if you're ever winning a game. Okay. We like to toggle minion fire, or toggle minion spawn, toggle tower fire. We teleport to mid lane. Okay. Oh wait, I need items. Let me build.
I said, God damn, I'm sexy.
Oh, Rakan language. What the fuck? Okay. How do I teleport? Shit this. Sick. Okay, we're in mid lane. So, we're gonna put three enemy guys right here, and we're gonna level up to 6. And you level your W to level 3, and then you max your E. I believe that's what people do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so this person leveled their W to level 5 and then maxed E. But I always thought it was split. Okay. So ideally what you want to be doing in fights is whenever you're approaching, if you have like a flank on someone or if you're in like fog of war or in a bush, you want to be pressing R early and then you like flash W and you hit a bunch of people. That's like one way that you can go on to one person. You do that if there's like an assassination. Like let's say these front 2 people are like super big tanks, but this person behind them is like a Caitlyn. You basically just want to go right on top of them and fight. Like late game, you're going to be good doing that. Now, the recombo, like the real recombo, wait, I'm running out of mana, is where you turn on your R and you get to all of them in a circle. You ult them, you dash through all of them, and then W the ground in between all of them. Have you ever seen that?
I haven't.
Okay, so you'll notice, now you're going to notice pro players doing this all the time. So watch me as I do this. So you can like turn on your E. Actually, you taught me this because you can R8 at the same time. Okay, you turn on your R8 at the same time, and then you go on to all of them, and then you hit them in the ground like that. And so that's what you want to be practicing over and over again. You want to turn on your R, E, and then Shurelya's, and you dance through all of them. Now, these guys, these turrets, not turrets, these dummies, they don't move. They don't walk. But when you ult and hit all of them, they all walk towards you and it's a clump. So it's way easier to land these really big W's. So you want to like, anytime that you see like a group of a couple people, practice hitting like a couple people like this and then Wing. It is so good. Okay? And then other than that, if it's just, if it's just like, you know, a bunch of people like this, late game, and you're just trying to engage, if this is the person you want to engage, just hit them. Just get used to pressing R and then flash W. That's just what you want to do. You just want to completely send it. And if you combine these two ways of engaging on people, you can either dance through a bunch of people and hit a big W, or you can just RW send it onto the person of, like, you know, the specific person that you need to assassinate. If you combine those strategies with that little pregame analysis that you and I just did about, you know, who are the people that you want to kill, who are the people that you don't want to kill, that's going to allow you to just get really high valuable engages for your team.
Long ago, our kind danced upon the mountains like
So
flames.
I want to leave you with maybe even another one. If you are, if you find yourself like Wing, like I'm not saying that you shouldn't have W'd that Scion at all, like any of those times. Like there's nothing wrong with engaging on someone who's out of position. It's just that it's not going to be as valuable, you know? It's not going to be as like cash money. And so, you know, if they're inting and just they're free kills, do it. But you need to be making sure that you're getting the most value out of your abilities. Because then, you know, late game, remember when you missed that Aurelion Soul? That would have been one of the nastiest engages for you. Because the second you didn't use your R and he got away and got his R off, it was GG for that fight, because then your Pike took a comet to the face and just died. So I would definitely practice this. Practice this, like tagging people and then hitting double W's or like triple W's, like hit one or hit 1, 2, and then W down and try to hit more. See, even hitting target dummies is actually kind of hard because they don't move. But whenever you actually do this, they walk towards you because they're charmed. All right, what else are you thinking? What else going on?
In terms of the game or in terms of gameplay or what?
Anything.
They will see me.
Oh, okay.
They will see my ass.
I guess one thing, even though this isn't, what is it? I guess it's an imperative. Is hold on, let me share my screen real quick.
Okay.
Do, do, do. Okay. So for the Lilia fight, right? Let me just put me here. We were around here.
Oh.
I put Ward around here,
I'm watching my
and
own.
then
Hold on one
Fog
second.
of War was.
There
What do
you
you
go.
say?
Sorry. Now watch it.
Okay.
Go through it again.
So we were around here. I put Ward here. Fog of War was here. So Lilia got to go here.
Yeah.
And then like the rest is history.
Mhm.
We just died. So it's typically like I guess my go-to is to typically put a ward here. But where would you recommend putting a ward instead of around this bush?
As red side bot lane, you want try control. If you feel like you're going to be pushing the wave, try control is really good. Now, it's one of those things. It's a battle. It's if they've got a pink and the wave is crashing, or both waves are fighting, you kind of have to go to the wave and they get to clear your ward. So it's kind of like a back and forth battle. But the thing is that you could just put that ward in that dark part of the water too, and it tells you the same thing. Right to the right of your health bar right now. If you put the ward right there, how is that? How is that? Yeah, how is that any different than the other ward? Because if someone's like watch this ward fade. Press the jump 30 seconds button.
Oh, sure.
There's a jump 30 seconds somewhere. Yeah. So look. So now go into lane. That ward gives you the same information, except it doesn't tell you if someone somehow gets into the bush. But what champions could do that? Maybe Jarvan, Zac. Maybe they can go over that wall. But the thing is, that ward is technically better than your ward because it's not that it tells you more information because it doesn't show you what's in the bush, but it tells you that information sooner. And that's the key thing. Now, let's say someone puts a pink, at the very tip of their try. Does it kill it? Maybe. I don't know. Probably not. But that's a way to optimize your ward. Also, I would say that play that you're talking about very much relies on awareness. I think the main thing that would have saved me in that situation is just knowing that after around 7 minutes, the jungler is going back to their first buff. That is the big thing. And they may not be in your yard, but they are in your neighborhood. That is the big takeaway in my opinion. So I think if the funny thing is that you actually don't even need wards if you know the game. Like I probably could know where the enemy jungler is the entire game without using a single ward for 6 minutes. Now, once we get to that 7 minute mark where they're kind of choice farming and going into random lanes and invading, I'm probably completely lost. I need to start warding again. But the first, the first 6 or 7 minutes are pretty telegraphed.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I would say you could optimize your ward on red side by putting it in river, or like I said, you guys were fighting, and then the wave there. You'd killed all the minions down here. You should have used this time to back off and set up vision, because if you would have walked up there, you would have seen her, and if you would have seen her, you would have just ran away and nothing would have happened. But the reason why you guys died is because you stayed down in lane while she was ganking you, so she was able to cut you off before you got to your tower. So. You could also say that you guys kind of partially got baited because they were tanking your minion wave. And you guys were like, okay, why are they doing that? They're going to take a bunch of damage, and we just fought them, so maybe we can just sit here and fight them. But that's how baits work. You think, oh, wow, these guys are in bad position, and then it's like, you're the one in the wrong position. So you guys did kind of get semi-baited there. But yeah, you could optimize words. Just definitely think about. Tell me what you think about this. I've never asked anybody about this. I'm thinking about making a video that is it's like a 20-minute video, and it tells you common timers. So Like it just says it whenever it happens in the video. So you press video the second the game starts, or you press start video the second it says minions have spawned, and then it says it is now 2 minutes. Junglers are probably going to their second camp, and then it says, there's a bunch of hidden timers that a lot of people don't know about. And I'll tell you this one, and tell me if you know this, because I didn't know this. I was talking to a Grandmaster player who's also a coach, and he says that at 5 minutes 30 seconds, mid laners typically hit level 6. Did you know that?
I did not know.
Yeah, that's crazy, right? But like now I always see it. Now I'm like, oh shit, it's almost 6 minutes. Mid laners are getting to about 6. Now I'm thinking, okay, who's that going to help me with? I don't know, Aurelion Sol flying in and ganking me, Twisted Fate coming in from the side. Now it just levels up your level of global awareness, and that's such an interesting idea. So I wonder if I could map all those timers. Like it is now 5 minutes. Mid laners are going to reach level 6 in about 30 seconds. I wonder if that would be a helpful video.
No, I think it definitely would. I don't know if it's like, are you planning to like have it like real time or just have it like
not informational, real time. Like you're watching it like this is now game state. Dragon has spawned. 20 minutes, Baron has spawned. So there's some obvious ones, but I wonder if that would just be like super long. Maybe it would just be better to have educational. I don't know.
I mean, you're not wrong. I do think educational might be better. However, I think, like, even though this is a little greedy, like doing both of them would help different people.
Yeah, some people that are like
because for some people it would be helpful to just like have it in the background, play the game, and then it stays fresh in your mind. But for other people, they just need to hear it once, and then they're like, "Oh, I didn't know that," and it continuously stays in their mind.
But then imagine someone's like playing and like their mid laners, like the enemy mid laner's getting really fed, and they're like in 30 seconds they will get level 6, and then the TF alt's like 30 seconds ahead of that, and they're like, fucking Jeffrey. Like I don't want to do that, but because there's so much variance in this game that you need to learn how to like adapt. But I don't know. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think I don't think anyone would truly use it as a crutch to where if great Jeffrey isn't telling you, then you have no idea what's going on in the game.
Yeah, that's not my fault at that point.
Definitely, I think it'll definitely like after, let's say, like 3 to 5 games of hearing that, like you'll start to know before your voice even says it.
Familiarize. You familiarize.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, awesome, dude. Good luck with your Rakan games. Play some more and definitely do I think the most important thing for you is, split it into 2 things. Every game you should figure out what your role is and who you should be engaging on, and constantly remind yourself that. And then when it comes to playing Rakan, you should say, well, how am I going to do that? Am I going to R flash W, or am I going to R hit them all, knock them up, whatever, that kind of stuff. Then that's just global. Remind yourself that kind of before the game starts. Then really just hammer down and try to get that whole minion level 2 thing started. And once you start doing that, then you're going to start getting it better at hitting level 3. Because right now, what's crazy? I couldn't tell you what minion gives you level 3 because it doesn't really matter as much. But it's funny that I don't know that. I think I'd be able to tell you if I was in game, because I would be in like that mindset. But it just
off the top of your head.
Yeah, off the top of my head, I cannot tell you what minion gets you level 3. I want to say it's like 2 more waves, but I don't know. But yeah, man. All right. Well, it was a pleasure watching your videos. Did you have any other questions?
No, I think that's it. It's been a pleasure watching your videos. Definitely. I was the person who left that thesis.
I know.
Yeah.
I remember that with the Bard stuff. It was sick.
Yeah, but what is it? Yeah, I can't wait for other stuff. Also, I don't know if Emilio is your cup of tea. However, one thing I have been doing, hold on, let me actually get out of the practice tool just so I can show you what I've been having success with Emilio.
Sure.
Just so, what is it? Because I think that you'll have a very similar, is it still streaming the League client, or is it just not showing it?
I just stopped watching your stream, but now I want to watch it, but
okay.
I don't see it.
Here, hold on. What I do for Emilio, what I do for Emilio is like this rune page. So these depend on game, obviously.
Yeah.
But Gathering Storm, because Scorch doesn't really do anything. Water Walking, you can. These 2 are situational, but and then conditioning revitalize, and then for items,
I see you're scaling. Yeah, it seems like you like to scale.
yeah, and then for items you get. Hold on. Can I just okay? Let me just do this. Put on Radiant Virtue first, because even though it seems like a throw, because you're not like the armor magic resist, you're thinking as an enchanter can't do much. Hold on. It still gives you enough survivability to where like anyone who tries to jump on you is going to be surprised how long it takes to kill you. Then afterwards, you can take like majority enchant. Like, hold on, let me see if I can. I hate how the item thing here works.
Bro, I don't even know if I've seen this page of the client.
Yeah. But like redemption gives you health, heal shields, ability haste, mana regen, and then afterwards full enchanter.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to peel and stay in fights, like even in front of fights, like a Tahm Kench, like a Bard, etc.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, I
it's
definitely
only
see all the
like a
healing.
slight deviation. What do you say?
I definitely see all the healing. The only problem with Radiant Virtue is that it's really expensive.
It is.
And
It is
so
very expensive.
You're going to be playing against, Alistars and Rels that already have their Even Shroud, and you're like sitting there with like an Aegis, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
But that's
the main thing.
Yeah, that's yeah, it's definitely, I mean, if you get the money for it, it's probably super good. Radiant Virtue is such a good item.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the things though I'll tell you what my brain immediately thinks. So these items are really good. There's lots of healing. It's really good. However, when it comes to the reason why builds are meta is because they're meta with a playstyle. And so being tanky on Melio is not necessary because if you're playing him correctly, you're not getting hit. That's the thought process of someone playing Melio, which is why they go things like they usually go Shurelya's or Moonstone. And the reason why is because if they don't have any dive, then Moonstone is allowing you to pump healing to people that are getting hit. But if they do have dive, Shurelya's allows you to run away. So if you're using those two items properly, you're going to be able to play the defensive thing. Now, what you're saying makes me think, okay, what if they have some crazy dive, like Camille Galio Fiddlesticks or something like that? Well, then personally, I'd probably go Locket. But this would work. I would go Locket Redemption, whereas if you can afford it, then going Radiant Virtue Redemption would actually be a good optimization. Because if their damage is inevitable, then that's when you're really going to want to have that tankiness. But that's it's not a bad build. That definitely will work, especially if you're winning lanes, because you're going to have that extra cash.
Yeah. Like for the most part, you can see in my in my stuff, like that's the majority of where I go. Even though I do agree that
But and this game's 50 minutes long. Yeah, that's if your games are going giga long, then going super scaling is actually really good. But
that is fair. The intel I have is also because the lower elo I am,
they don't close out games, and that's true. That is one of the true things. I don't typically like saying, "Oh, this elo, that elo," but that is one inevitable truth: is that typically people have a hard time closing out games. But that's a good optimization. Yeah, that's why you go Gathering Storm and conditioning.
That was what is it? Yeah, I enjoyed this coaching session, man. Are you gonna continue streaming after this?
No, I'm gonna get off because I need to go make dinner. But I'll probably be playing some games maybe later tonight. It's hard to say. But yeah, we'll definitely do this in like a week or so. Do this again sometime. I'll probably end up putting some of that last part where we talked about Rakan. Maybe clip that together with some of like my explanation of Rakan, and then clip together maybe some of the stuff that you thought about during the game. And I'm going to try to edit it down and make like a 10-minute video instead of these like massive 30-minute things. I don't think people really like those.
Yeah, I understand. But yeah, it was great having this experience, man.
Awesome.
I hope you the best in the future.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. I really enjoy having you in the stream. Almost a Twitch stream. But I love having people to talk to in the stream. It's been so much fun. All right, man. I hope good luck in your games. Play Shen support. Play it. Watch a video on it. You need to. Right. There's no reason if you already have the Shen skills, playing Shen support is so easy. It's so easy. You just go boots 2 and you just go around doing whatever the hell you want. It's so easy. You could even keep going Heartsteel just for the fun of it. Like it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, no. If I go Shed Support, I definitely want to get, even though it is a little bit greedy to go Radiant Virtue.
I think they go Even Shroud. I'm not sure.
Really?
Because if he's peeling, Even Shroud's still good.
Not wrong.
So support map challenger. Yeah, they go Aftershock. They rush Locket, but yeah, they typically go Boots too, and then yeah, that shit's. I've always wanted to play it, but I never played New Shen, and that's funny I say New Shen because Shen got changed like 8 years ago. But
Yeah.
yeah, that shit. And you go Hex Flash. Oh yeah, I'm actually about to start playing Shen support. All right, man. Okay. I gotta go. Peace out.
I see you.
See ya.
Bye.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching my stream. I knew it was a little quick one, short one, but just getting that coaching session in. We got a game. We played a game, actually. We got a good dub. So I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night.